Let's get to the details now. Executive Director for the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Linda Ofoyi-Kwafo, has called for a reduction in what he describes as opportunities to engage in corrupt practices by the private sector. She made these comments at a multi-stakeholder business integrity breakfast meeting in connection with the National Corruption and Transparency Week here in Accra. Speaking to JoyNews on the sidelines of that meeting, the Executive Director explained that this move will ensure substantial progress in the business environment in its fight against corruption.
Many private organizations have developed beautiful code of conduct. So we in the media people, CSOs, should be actually investigating, interrogating this code of conduct and the extent to which they have been implemented, because they are supposed to help reduce bribery and corruption in general in the public or private sector. But then, as the environment in which they are operating, is it allowing them enough to be able to implement this code? So then if they are supposed to have interrogations or interacting with the public sector, are there opportunities for them to engage in corruption that even though they have put in place a code, they are not able to implement the code because the environment itself does not allow them to do so. So they are competing with other people, other players. They are supposed to get businesses, they're supposed to tender, they're supposed to procure, they're supposed to do so many things. They're supposed to compete for contracts. And then if the system would have them pay some bribes before, would they be able to implement their code of conduct they have put in place to minimize corruption? I am for prevention of corruption, so I'm interested in the code of conduct. But then the media should go into investigating how many public code of conduct do you have in the private sector, and which of them have been implemented to the latter, to the extent that that particular private organization is not engaging in acts of corruption. So it's beautiful to have a code. It is good because they are important in fighting corruption. But then are they implementing these codes of conduct to the extent that we will see corruption being reduced so far as the private sector's role is concerned?
Linda Ofoyi-Kwafo, the now Chief Executive for the Private Enterprises Federation, Nana Osei-Bonsu, also underscored the need to adopt technology to reduce human interactions, which has the propensity to reduce corruption.
The side is only going to continue if demands are made on them. If the demands are not made by the public or the duty bearers, then obviously nobody is going to say, come and take the money and give me the business, even though I know I'm going to get the business without giving you the money. The moment you reduce the magnitude of human interface, you reduce corruption, because there will be no demand. Because if it's on IT platform and I can fill the application at remote my village in my comfort of my home, pay my fee and get the certification so far as I provide the right documentation, then there's no corruption. But whenever you have human interface, the human interface is because people's weaknesses, and as I said, the greed on them makes them to ask for weight on your application, ask for make demands on things that you should have gotten automatically, because that's their business to provide that service. So the automation is one of the key IT applications, one of the key elements that we can use as our system to prevent human interaction to avoid corruption.